Ibrahim. An electronic engineer with an MBA in marketing from Durham, Dr. Sangeeth holds a PhD in human resources. He has over 20 years of experience in talent and leadership development, learning management, strategy and business excellence, training and executive coaching. He is a best-selling author and TEDx speaker as well. His mission in life is to help organizations, people and the community excel. He expresses his purpose in life #mission inspire 1 million. Dr. Sangeeth Ibrahim tries to make a difference in 4 distinct domains, namely helping organizations excel, leadership development and performance consultancy for professionals, guiding university students and young leaders, and guiding students, parents and teachers. May I call upon Dr. Sangeeth Ibrahim to deliver your keynote address.
Good morning, everyone. Can we raise the volume a bit? Respected dignitaries, parents, and my young friends. I was a bit worried when the last speaker said the program ended. So I was like, oh my God. So I'm the post-credit surprise for the day. It's an honor to be here. Your prayer song was amazing. I don't know where the lyrics came from, you know. Something stirred in the heart. I could really feel something melt, particularly the way it was rendered. I started my career in Oman back in 2001. Most of you might not have been born then, right? 2001. And it really felt good to come back. There's an old Persian saying which says, a tree is strongest near its roots. So each time you go back to your roots, you become stronger. So thanks to the principal, thanks to the organizers, thanks to my dear friend Shalimar for the opportunity to come back and breathe in this strength. Shalimar and I, we did our schooling together. We tried our best to corrupt each other, but apparently it didn't work. Both of us seem to be doing well now. Can we switch to my deck? Brilliant. Guys, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It's not going to be a formal session. I wanted a space to come in and interact with you guys as well. Yeah? So, I've been given 45 minutes, but I'll take the liberty to just go beyond 45 minutes. When Mr. Amar will start rolling his eyes at me, I'll stop. Okay? Wanted to ask you this. What's common between these movies? The seniors would know. Tom, yeah? What's common between these movies, guys? What's the common theme between these movies? Can you shout out your answers? All of them are what? Action movies? What else? Psychological thrillers, what else? Multiple personalities, yeah? That's the recurring theme. How many of you here have multiple personalities? Can I see a show of hands? How many of you here? 10%, 15%? Let's ask the teachers. How many of you have multiple personalities? You do, right? Okay. By the way, guys, when I got the invitation, the first thing that I did was I showed it to my daughter and I asked her, can you help me pronounce this word? And she told me AVENIR. And I did practice a bit, AVENIR. Any French teachers in the audience? Yeah, French teachers? French? Yeah, AVENIR. And she told me you can actually do better. You can go and say, with a straight face, you can say, not just AVENIR, but brilliant AVENIR. Yeah, am I doing a good job? It's well learned, yeah, brilliant AVENIR. Yeah, okay, brilliant. So, multiple personalities. Dr. Kiran put his hand up. Let me tell you why I have multiple personalities, okay? This morning, the alarm woke me up, and one part of me started saying, Sangeeth, get up, meditate, pray, do your exercise, be a good boy. And another part said, oh, you reached the hotel at 2:30 in the morning, today is an exceptional day, you've come here for a training, go to sleep, no one will know. And the other part said, Sangeeth, walk your talk, you have to be consistent, get up, be a good boy. And the other one said, Char din ki zindagani, do pal ki jawani, who's going to know, go to sleep. Don't you guys have these conversations in your heads? You do, right? So brilliant. You all have multiple personalities. Put your hands together for all of you, yeah? You need to know where these personalities are coming from, okay? The righteous one, the good one, that's telling you, do the right things, don't eat too much, exercise, study, don't binge watch Netflix. That's coming from a part of your brain. Can you touch your foreheads? Can you touch your foreheads? Yeah. That's coming from a part of your brain called the neocortex, right? Let's call it neo. And all of us need neos. You need neos to succeed. It's called executive functioning. Your planning, your decision making, your problem solving comes from your neos. The other one comes from deep within. It's called the limbic system. Let's call it limby. And the limby wants to do only one thing: maximize pleasure and minimize pain. And you always have this fight between the limby and the neo and the limby. They're always sparring. Who wins in your case? Neo wins or limby wins? Limby wins? Brilliant, brilliant. For those of them who can actually tell the limby to shut up, keep quiet, don't bother me, we say they've got good willpower. You've heard the saying, right? They've got amazing willpower. It's actually won't power, not willpower. Yeah, because it's about I won't do this, I won't do this, yeah? Now, how many of you face willpower challenges? Can I see a show of hands? Oh my God, rest of you are all cool, huh? When do you face willpower challenges, ma'am? When do you face willpower challenges? When it comes to doing what? Exercising, yeah, brilliant, thank you. Anyone else? Dr. Kiran, when do you face? Food. I wanted to ask him, is there a professional eater job? I would like to do it. For me, I face willpower challenge with respect to eating. When I drive from my office to my home, there is a small veg restaurant called Bikaner Wala. Do you have Bikaner Walas here? You do, right? They've got a koya peda. If you take that koya peda and hold it, it'll dance. You know? It is so amazing. So each time I drive past, I've got a willpower challenge. Sangeeth, please, one koya peda, what difference is it going to make? No, you're growing fatter, you're not supposed to eat. So that's a willpower challenge. So frankly speaking, guys, how many of you face willpower challenges? Show of hands. That's more like it. Brilliant. But you guys don't have to worry. You know why? You've got multiple neocortices working for you. Your parents and your teachers. Can you honestly answer the next question? Hand to the heart. How many of you won't brush your teeth without your parents reminding you? Show of hands. Show of hands. Only 30%? Guys, I've got 2 teenage kids at home. And I don't think kids in Oman are very different from kids in Dubai. How many of you won't take a shower in the evening if your parents don't remind you? Yeah, that's more like it. How many of you won't clean the table and wash the dishes if parents don't remind you? Yeah, brilliant. So that means you don't have a problem because your dad and mom sort of fills in with their neocortices. But just imagine in a few years from now, you're going to be away, right? Your parents are not going to be with you, your teachers are not going to be with you, you're at a uni, probably in India or abroad, and your limbic system is all active because you've tasted freedom, yeah? And you want to maximize pleasure. And someone tells you, just one puff, come on, this won't get you addicted. Or someone tells you, pop this pill in and this party is going to come alive. Or someone is going to tell you, let's bung this exam. Or someone is going to tell you, this guy is irritating, let us box him on his nose. And at that time, if your neocortex doesn't win, if your neocortex doesn't prevail, what is going to happen? You get stuck in life, right? I can tell you a lot of stories. I had a very dear junior. I passed out from MIT Manipal. I did my engineering from MIT Manipal. This gentleman was 2 years my junior, amazing footballer. Got selected to be in the Mangalore football team. So we went to Mangalore to be a part of the selection. He stayed back to celebrate and then got on a bike, got another classmate with him and then drove to Manipal, fully drunk. Met with an accident at Surathkal, both of them passed away. And the municipality of Surathkal actually put a board there. You can actually see it even today. It says, they crossed 90, but they didn't even cross 19. It is still there. had another friend, used to be the lead singer of a band. I was part of the band because I used to write lyrics for them. Okay, was such a hero, got into drugs. Later came to know that he was begging off the campus, and then he passed away at some desolate corner, the very campus where he was king once. And today, back in 2024, I keep thinking about their parents, their empty rooms, and those stories that sort of got cut short in the middle. So we have to have that power. Dr. Kiran called it attention management, the ability to focus on what matters. So today, what I want to talk to you in the next 30 minutes are 4 strategies, proven, research-proven strategies that work, that will help you there, sitting alone in your campuses, in a foreign country where you don't have your parents and your teachers and your well-wishers to tell your limpy, shut up, I have places to go, things to do. I have immense potential in me and I'm going to realize that, and these provocations are not going to help me. Are you interested in those 4 strategies? Can I get a more emphatic yes, guys? Yes. Can I get a more emphatic yes? Yes? Brilliant. These strategies might not be very relevant today because you've got the parents hovering around with your neocortices. But it's all about AVENIR, right? AVENIR, brilliant AVENIR. So please make sure that you understand them. Challenge me if you feel they have to be challenged, ask questions, and we learn it together. Done? Okay. The first strategy came from this gentleman. Can you identify the person? A great sage from India. No? Sushrut. You're close. I've jumbled the name here for you. At least you should get it now. Brilliant. The founder of... Don't tell me the founder of the company. The founder of what? The founder of yoga, right? A lot of people ask me, Sangeeth, can you motivate the audience? And I tell them, I can't motivate the audience. No one can motivate you. Only one thing can motivate you. And the best success advice comes from this gentleman. He says, when you're inspired by a purpose, when you are inspired, not if your parents are inspired, or a teacher are inspired, or that uncle or aunt are inspired, when you are inspired by a purpose, then what happens is that you start getting weird strengths and faculties, and you start doing impossible things. So having a goal when you go to that university, when you go to that campus, having a close goal, not a long goal. Long goals are easy, right? I want to lose 10 kilos in 2 years. Then if you ask them, what is your goal for the next 1 month? You get a silly grin. Because 2 years, you can just talk about it. But next month, you're immediately supposed to take action, right? And that goal has to be really, really big. I'll give you an example. Usually, how do your parents wake you up in the morning? Yeah. Get up, get up, get up. That's it, right? And how long do you take to get ready and come down? 5 minutes? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. How long do you normally take, guys, to get ready and come down? 20 minutes? 25 minutes? Imagine one day the alarm doesn't ring. And then your mom comes into the room and says, get up! Even the neighbors will get up. Yeah? On that day, how long do you take to get ready and come down? Fewer than 5 minutes, right? So your goal should be like that. Something that's going to really shock you. So what I want to tell you is, I call it a sprint target. So the first thing you need to have when you're in that campus there is a sprint target. Your sprint target could be maybe your first internals. Your sprint target could be your first project submission. It could be your first report submission. Have a goal. I've probably spoken to maybe thousands of students, and there was a study that we conducted, okay, for a university called SAFI back in India, back in Kerala. So we asked a group of students, what is your next immediate challenge? And lots of them looked at me like, what's wrong with you? Some of them said, sir, we've got an exam coming up. Then the next question was, how much are you planning to score in this exam? When I even don't know that an exam is coming up, what are you talking about? The other group said 70%, 80%. Third question, how confident are you that you'll score this, get this score? On a scale of 1 to 10. 7, 8. What are you going to do to get there? And you had a group of students who had absolutely no clue. They were just on a paid vacation going with the flow. So having a sprint target as soon as you join, I mean, you're going to go out of your comfort zone, right? You'll be a bit worried, a bit scared. You're trying to make new friends, a bit of, uncertainty at that time. having a sprint target. What is my immediate challenge and what is my target for that? That is an absolute necessity. 2 days back, I was at a cousin's place and I was telling my nephews, they were playing a video game, a nephew and his friends. So I was telling him, you know what, your school has called me for your prize day. They were in grade 9 or 10. Okay, and the guy asked me, what is prize day? Seriously, because prize days are usually for top performers. I said, you don't even know what prize day is? So we don't have to be in that league, right? So let me ask you now, guys, what's your immediate challenge today? What is your next upcoming challenge and what is your target? Who wants to speak up? Yes, please. Oh, that's a very close challenge, right? Yeah, but what's your target? How much are you planning to score? You're planning to score? Full marks, right? That's 100%. Can we put our hands together for our friend here? That is the sprint target, yeah? Something that's coming up very close and you have an absolutely amazing target. Anybody else? It doesn't just have to be in academics. It could be the next track and field event that you have. It could be a program that you have on stage. It could be on canvas. Anything. What is your next challenge coming up? Nobody? You guys don't have any challenges? Yes, please. You don't want to? Okay. What is your next? Let's ask the teachers. Why only the students? What is your next challenge coming up? Your next immediate challenge, something that's going to challenge you. What is your next immediate challenge? What is my next immediate challenge? Getting you to speak. Okay. What is your next immediate challenge? Something that's going to sort of give you some adrenaline and cortisol. You can wait. Anything from the teachers? What is your next immediate challenge? Yes, ma'am. Paper corrections. When are they coming up? Oh, lovely. And what is your target for it? Not to lose your mind. Yeah. In 5 days, you want to complete it without fighting with your hubby and your kids. With peace of mind. Can we put our hands together for the lady there? That's an immediate challenge. Dr. Kiran, what would be your immediate challenge? The person who was behind Akshaya, you know that, right? The person who was behind Akshaya, a sort of concept that revolutionized the way people had access to information. So it's an honor to be with you. Yeah? Your immediate challenge. How to get Dr. Sangeeth Ibrahim for the next session.
No. How to spend tomorrow's holiday.
Oh, really? Barbecuing, sir. Barbecue. Barbecue. Lovely. Anything from the boys' side? Boys' side? Anything from the boys' side? What's your next immediate challenge? Guys, izzat ka sawal hai. Come on. Any boy? What is your immediate challenge? What is your immediate challenge? Brilliant, brilliant. What is your immediate challenge? You've got an economics group project, and what is your target in that? Pardon me? No, ask yourself, is that target going to stretch you? Is that target going to challenge you? Because otherwise you won't be able to stay focused. You need to have a challenge that really sort of, keeps you focused on that. Yeah, brilliant. So the first one is to have a sprint target. Thank you for that. The second one, guys, can we be together? Can we be together? Okay. I use it extensively in coaching. In all my coaching engagements, and they work. It's a neuro hack. Who nags you at home? Dad or mom? Mom? In what tone does she nag you? Can somebody enact the tone? Does she nag you like, sweetheart, please? No, right? So how does she nag you? First it starts very nicely and then, I know, post-interval the thing changes. What you're going to miss in life, the most when you travel, when you go to another place, is this nagging. And without that nagging, you know the story about the kite, right? There was this kite that was flying, and the kite suddenly thought, why do I have a string attached to me? It's controlling me, it's stopping me. It's not letting me spread my wings and fly to higher frontiers. What is this thing controlling me and stopping me? And the kite gets so irritated, so it asks a bird to come and peck at that string so that I could be free. And it became free. But what happened to the kite? it fluttered and fell with a sigh, right? That's what happened. So this nagging is something that you're going to miss. So you want to make sure that you don't miss it. So this is a tool that I extensively use. It is a daily nag where you ask yourself every day before going to sleep, you ask yourself a few questions. The first question, did I do my best today to advance towards my sprint target? So let me ask the lady there. Who has the physics test tomorrow? You have the physics test tomorrow. It's not today because today you're here, right? Let's talk about yesterday. Did you do your best yesterday to move towards your sprint target? Give me an honest answer. On a scale of 1 to 10. You did 8. Brilliant. Put your hands together for the lady here. Okay. If every day was like yesterday, would you still achieve your sprint target? You do. What else would you start doing or stop doing? I think the plan is very much in place, right? So I've picked on the wrong person, but brilliant, yeah? Put your hands together. Who has the test? The economics project? Okay, can I get an honest answer? Yeah? Okay. Did you do your best yesterday? You did. I love you. That was very genuine, yeah? Lovely. If every day was yesterday, would you really do a good job in your project? No, right? So what would you start doing? What would you stop doing? Wasting time on what? Other than doing, right? So imagine probably 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. at night or 1 a.m. at night when you're about to sleep in a cozy little room somewhere, away from your parents. You really ask this question to yourself, because what we want as parents, I'm a parent too, we just want you to be on the driving seat, guys. That's our dream for you. When you're on the driving, you can be seated. When you're on the driving seat, it's extremely important. You've seen, you don't drive, right? You would have seen your parents drive. If there's an exit coming 1 kilometer away, what do? They start moving to the correct lane well before, right? If you don't do that, what's going to happen? You reach the place, then you realize you have to take an exit. What happens to the car? Topples over. Or you miss the exit. This is exactly what we want you guys to do. Know beforehand. Be on the driving seat. Control yourself. Get your limby to shut up and keep quiet so that your neo becomes active. Attention management. I call it focus mastery. So ask yourself these 3 questions. Question valuation. Where's the lady who said question valuation? Ma'am, yesterday, did you do your best yesterday? But you still didn't get the questions yet, right? You're very proudly saying you didn't do your best yesterday. I love you. Thank you. Yeah. You started with 3, right? If every day was yesterday, would you complete your target? You wouldn't. So what would you start doing and stop doing? So that you have a brilliant AVENIR, yeah? Brilliant. Can we put our hands together for the lady there? Simple, very simple. Okay? 3 questions to ask yourself. I call it the daily nag. Did I do my best yesterday? We can do that as well. Did I do my best yesterday or today to advance towards my sprint target? If every day was today, and that's a very shocking question, because success is not in years, guys. Success is on a daily basis. What you do today. It's a brilliant question to ask, because every day was today. I didn't exercise, I didn't pray, I didn't meditate, I didn't work on things, I binged watched Netflix, I ate a lot, I had choir pedas that danced, I did this, I did that, and then I plan to be successful in the future. That future never comes. Success is lived on a daily basis. That's why we call it consistency, right? Brilliant. So that's your daily nag 2. Third, again, it's a very powerful tool we use in coaching. Guys, have you ever felt that you wanted to scroll on Instagram for 5 minutes and you realized you spent 1 hour on it? You have? You have? Let me tell you a secret. The moment, I think Dr. Kiran also said it, once you start doing it, you get caught in it. You know why? Because your limby hijacks you. The pleasure-seeking, pain-repelling limby hijacks you and you end up doing things that you should never do. So what is the way to handle it? What do successful people do to handle this? They sort of identify their distractions in advance and they come up with strategies. That's the only way. That's the only way to handle your distractions. I'll give you an example. When I was a student, I realized that if I go to my room directly after my classes, I'll sleep. I realized that and I came up with a strategy. What should I do? I should go to the hostel. I should go to the library instead, because that was a distraction. Second thing, I knew that if I go to the hostel mess, exactly at the time the mess opens, there'll be a huge crowd there. We'll end up telling a lot of stories and wasting time. So I decided to have a strategy to go to the mess towards the end of the cycle. I realized that if I go to the hostel on a weekend, we'll end up going to the carts and having teas and bun pav and omelets more than studying. So we decided to study at a friend's house. So you need to know your strategies in advance. Let me ask you, what are your main distractions? Let me ask the teachers here. Can we be honest? What are your main distractions? What keeps you away from work? What distracts you from work? Mostly. Think. Let me ask our principal here, who was very honest when he said, my biggest challenge is, what do I barbecue tomorrow? Sir, what distracts you, sir? Your staff are listening to you, sir. So, yeah, don't be too honest. What distracts you?
There are many. I don't know from where to count.
One. What distracts you from work? Social media?
Not at all.
It doesn't. Brilliant. Okay. What does? Only focused on work, right? Why do I always pick the wrong people? And yeah. Any one distraction, sir? Maybe from exercising, maybe from something that distracts you.
I don't know.
Maybe you don't want to mention it. Between us. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anybody, guys, what distracts you? Netflix doesn't distract you? Come on. Social media doesn't distract you? Come on. Mandi doesn't distract you? Sweets don't distract you? What you need to do is have a strategy, understand what distracts you and have a strategy beforehand to beat it. This is the only way. Otherwise your limbi gets hijacked and you'll end up doing things and realizing, oh my God, I spent so much of time doing worthless things. So have those strategies identified and do it. So I call it distraction busters. I want to give you, by the way, who's this guy? Come on. Not Noah. Noah didn't tie himself up on the stern of a boat. Greek mythology, he's called Odysseus. Yeah? Okay, some of you know. I don't want to tell his story. Google up. Why did he tie himself on the stern of the ship? Tell her, come on, enlighten us. She knows the answer. Well, there were sirens coming out and singing, okay, and all the sailors were going gaga and the ships were sort of running into doldrums. So to stop himself from sort of falling into the charm of the sirens, he tied himself onto the stern. When it comes to your phones, guys, please be with me. Yeah? Your phones could kill you. Your phones could be your greatest bane. Your phones could be something that can really drag you down. I'm very conscious that I'm speaking in front of technocrats here, but please understand, don't dismiss this as, come on, every bit of technology was distractive. So what is a big deal about a phone? Please understand that as we speak, millions of dollars are being spent on research to make you addicted to this phone. There's a company called Dopamine Labs with the world's best neuroscientists, the world's best psychologists, working together with companies like Apple and Samsung on how to make our apps more dopamine inducing. I don't want to talk about dopamine, you know this. You know what happens with dopamine, right? When your dopamine level is here, and then you have this urge to scroll because something enticing, new, nice music, nice hook steps, you know, all these are coming up. So what happens is your dopamine rises. Then when dopamine falls, this is a God-given methodology, when the dopamine falls, it doesn't stop here, it falls below. So you naturally have a dis-ease because your dopamine level has gone down. So that's the reason you want to go back. In an hour, how many times do you visit your phones? Give me an honest answer. How many times do you visit your phones in an hour? If you don't know, install an app. You'll be surprised. I turned out to be looking 17 times. Guys, can I tell you something? We worked with a particular group of students who were facing memory problems. And we realized that each time you look at the phone, your neocortex has to shift attention. And because of that shifting of attention, your working memory was getting crowded and nothing was getting pushed to your long-term memory. So there are kids who tell me, Dr. Ibrahim, I have studied for 5 hours, I have revised, but I don't remember. The reason is in between they're going and looking at the phones, working memory gets clogged up, nothing goes to the permanent memory. So you spend time, the key word of Dr. Kiran's speech, impact, your learning was not impactful. So you need to find a way to really distance yourself from your phone. The last thing, how many of you sleep with the phone so that the phone falls on your face at times? Yeah? How many of you? Yeah. How many of you? Please don't do that. You know about a neurotransmitter called melatonin? You know about this, right? Melatonin is a chemical in your brain that tells you that, Habibi, it is time to sleep now. So that your body relaxes, your brain sort of congs off and you sleep. Because you keep looking at the harsh light of the phone, melatonin doesn't know that it is night yet. So you sort of stay awake inside. That's why even if you sleep for 5 hours, 6 hours, your body doesn't quite sleep. And that leads to, you cannot focus, it messes with your memory and stuff like that. So the biggest distraction for you is going to be your phone. Find a way to please keep it away. I don't want to talk about strategies. Can I request Mr. Amar for one thing? There's a beautiful book called How to Break Up with Your Phone. How to break up, as in break up with a love. How to break up with the phone. I didn't write it, so I'm not asking for. So it's a lovely book. Please get the book in the library and get your students to probably coach one another. There are amazing strategies. You know, one simple strategy that works for me, I turned off all the notifications. Second thing I did is I put all my favorite apps on the third screen in a folder. So each time I want to access, I'm still the Facebook generation, I'm not the Instagram generation, I'm the oldie. Yeah? So my Facebook app is on screen 3 in a folder. So I have to swipe, click on a folder, and I realize that. So there are a lot of hacks that work that way. Okay? But what you need to do is do what Odysseus did. You have to tie yourself away, keep your phone away. Otherwise, dreams will remain dreams. Finally, not finally, is one more. Are you guys bored? Okay. I want to give you a neuro hack that works. Okay? Again, we use it extensively. Each time you think you will be distracted, you have to have a word which you can tell yourself loudly, strongly, which will sort of make your limbi shudder and tell yourself, come back on track. Okay? And the word I'm suggesting for you is this word called sabotage. What is the meaning of the word sabotage? It's a very meaningful word. Sabotage is if you try to drill a hole in your own ship, or if you shoot yourself on the foot. So it means you're stopping you from succeeding. You're sort of slowing yourself down. Can I hear the word sabotage? Can you all say the word sabotage? Do you think saying it like this your limbi will get scared? No. So how do you make your limbi get scared? Can you say the word sabotage? Guys, I came all the way from UAE, yeah? Not good enough. Say the word sabotage. That sounds like that sounds like a choir prayer. Yeah? You know, you need to sabotage. You know, can you say that in a menacing way? Can you say that? Sabotage. Can you say that again? Sabotage. Okay. So now I'm going to give you some typical provocations. Each time I say that, you have to say sabotage. Can you do that? Can you do that? You will? Okay. Just one puff. Louder, meaner. Just one puff. Netflix night. Fast food again. Spend it all. Spend it all. Box him in the nose. Bunk exams. Can we do that once more? Okay, brilliant. Yeah, put your hands together first for you. Yeah, amazing. Good sports. First one. Okay, just one puff. Netflix tonight. Fast food again. Spend it all. Box choose any word that resonates with you. But try it out. You'll first, if you keep practicing, it'll work for you. First time you say it will be after you've sort of indulged. Oh my God, I should have done that. Next time, you'll remember it midway. Third or the fourth time, you'll remember it before you actually do it. So it's like having your dad and your mom and your uncles, those jealous uncles and aunts. All the uncles and aunts are jealous, right? Yeah. Uncles and aunts and your teachers and the fraternity and the community, every well-wisher standing behind you to say, we are with you, and stay focused on your goals. The last strategy that I want to talk about, this might be slightly painful, so don't misunderstand me. Don't misunderstand me, guys. When you go to that distant campus, you'll have a lot of friends, yeah? By the way, there's an amazing study, I can share the link with you, saying that the time at which you go for the interview, you're going to join, has a bearing on your success. And I'm not talking about astrology or anything. Can you guess why the time you go to the university has a huge causation and a correlation on your eventual success? This was a study conducted on engineering college students in India. Any idea why? Normally, how do you get your roommate? Think about when you studied, How do you get your roommate? You don't know the others in the college, right? So normally what happens? 11:30 a.m., you go on joining day. So you meet up with people. Hi, I meet Mr. Amar. Okay, what do you do, sir? Oh, your son is also joining. Oh, brilliant. And the guy appears to be good. So the mom will say, make him the roommate, is good. Yeah. Normally you end up choosing a roommate who comes along at the same time. And the study proves that your roommate is good, you end up doing well. Your roommate is bad, you end up doing well. Shalimar and I, we were roommates. Luckily, by God's grace, we both, I was able to resist your charms, Shalimar. But it worked out. So this study is so amazing. So don't get me wrong. You have to differentiate between allies and accomplices. Who's an accomplice? The word accomplice is used in what? Is used in crime thrillers, right? When you go to rob a bank or when you run a drug haste or something, that's an accomplice. Please. People who really pleases you, people who sort of, makes you feel good, who gives you company might be an accomplice. Might not have your best interests in mind. Might be the one who says just one puff. Might be the one who says let's bunk the exams. Might be the one who says let's box him in the nose. So what you need to do is find people who are your allies. Who are your allies? Who probably have better goals than you, more ambitious goals than you. Okay? Find allies who will sort of hold you accountable. Shalimar, come on, you shouldn't bunk this exam. Or Shalimar, you shouldn't eat so much. Hold yourself accountable so that you stay on the right track. I'm not saying don't mingle with others. You need friends. But this is an area where you have to be selfish. As a parent, I'm telling you this. You have to be selfish. And let's say you get boxed into a room with someone who's not quite aligned with your strategy. Feel free after 2 months or 3 months to move. Yeah, the most selfish thing to do is every day you have something called success time and you have fun time. If you focus on your success time, if ma'am had actually, instead of 3 papers, had completed 15 papers, you could have enjoyed like Mr. Srivastava, Yeah, so do your success time well and then you go freak out. Guys, in Dubai, we've got something called as a Hamdan Award, okay? Which is usually given to students who are good in academics, good in extracurricular, good in everything. I happened to do a study, in fact, for Edu Cafe, a program that happens in Dubai. We really interviewed these candidates. And I was surprised. They binge watch Netflix. They have all the fun. And I said, but this is not the perception about you guys, right? People think you're nerds. No. It's all about the strategies. It's all about boxing time in and then saying no to all those restrictions. So this is how it works. Okay? So you have to have your allies and make sure that you don't go in for accomplices. Because I want you guys to remember this, I want to do a small visual thing. Can I get 5 volunteers? Sir, I'm also using AI art, yeah? See? Okay. So, can I get 5 volunteers? 5 guys, something simple. You guys will be asked to sing. Come. No, come. Because I want you guys to remember. This looks like 5 to you? Indian school, Darshit, come on. It's a very simple thing. Yeah, so no, you focus on your economics project. No, come, I'm joking. Come on. 3, I've got 6 here. So you tag along. Can you be on this side? Yeah. You can also join, yeah? Maybe when I call you, you can tag along. Yeah, okay. So now just imagine that I'm at a university far away. I'm carrying on my shoulders the dreams and aspirations of my parents. Okay, I come from a middle-class family. We all come from middle-class families, so we don't have the luxury of sort of squandering time or squandering efforts. We have to do things, get things done, achieve, make a mark. Yeah, guys, by the way, I was invited to my university, PSG Institute of Management, where I did my MBA, 15 years after passing out, because they put together a group called the Stars of PSG. Yeah? And I had an opportunity to go there and be honored, because from all the students who passed out, got a chance. So I hope and pray you guys will be called back to your alma mater, because you've got an amazing story to tell. Yeah? And they will not use you as a bad example, they use you as a role model. Don't be like him, no, be like him or be like her. Okay, so how do you get there? Just imagine, I'm at this university, so 1, 2, 3, I need 5. So you both are together, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, and you both are together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So it's very simple. I mean, I'm not planning to do some magic. I just want to do a visual representation so that you get it. Now, I don't need them. So I'm here. I've got the dreams and aspirations of my parents, and if I have to succeed, I have to cross this line. Okay? And what I face alone in the campus is a lot of distractions. There are parties happening. There are trips to go. Okay? There are intoxicants. Okay? And we are having a tug of war. And what is happening in the tug of war is these are pulling me. These are pulling me. I'm going far and far away from success. So what I need to do is first, I need to have someone pulling on my side. So what is the first thing that I want to pull on my side? It's my spring target. Spring target, can you pull on my side? Yes. Can you pull on my side? Yeah, okay. So I've got my spring target pulling on my side. Yeah? You're pulling, but still not good enough. Not good enough. Getting out. Can you go back and pull on my side? One more, make some noise. Oh, you're breathing. Oh, now it's working. It's slowly going to go back. No, good enough. Oh, come on, Head boys, just sit there. I need to go a little more of it. Not good enough. Allies. The head boy is an ally. Thanks a lot to my daily nap. Thanks a lot to my distraction busters. Thanks a lot to support and focus on your